ever waiting on me. Step on the X.
Mr. Studebaker, how you doing, sir?
All right, so
Better than I deserve. Mr. Studebaker, you're before the court, charged with violation of probation for possession of controlled substance charges in front of Judge Gay. Based on your application, I find you do qualify. I'm going to go ahead and appoint the public defender to represent you. So you have an attorney now. Judge Gay, in her infinite wisdom, is where you held without bond. Your court date is August the 9th at 9 o'clock. Good luck, sir.
Step to your right. Next. To the door yet? Step on the red X. State your name.
Jesse Rolex.
Mr. Rolak, before the court charge fleeing and eluding. Do you understand the charge?
Yes, sir.
I understand you've been given copies of paper. Yes?
Yes, sir.
Oh. Mr. Peters, you represent Mr. Rolak?
Yes, Your Honor. I've represented him for many occasions. He's a lifelong resident of Bay County, and on my advice, when we heard about this, I told him to turn himself in, and he turned himself in. So I don't think he's at risk of flight, and I think he understands that that law should be followed. So I would ask that you just offer him gentle terms of release.
Judge, I think he's on probation. I have to double check the dates. I somehow
on
missed
probation?
it.
Well, what happened was he had a felony charge for spanking his daughter, and there was a misdemeanor offer. So we took that misdemeanor offer as of like the day before yesterday.
Yes, so it's not a violation, Judge. He is on county probation.
Okay. All right. Bond's $5,000 on the fleeing. Court date's going to be July 17th at 9 o'clock. Is that all you got, Ms. Peters?
That's all I got. Thanks, Judge.
Thank you, sir.
Carry on.
Step to your right to the T. Next.
Who's left you got?
Hill. Step on the red X. State your name.
Anthony Hill.
Your Honor, President Shepard on behalf of Anthony Hill.
20.
All right. Mr. Hill, you're fully court charged DUI manslaughter. You understand the charge?
Yes, sir.
I understand you've been given copies of paperwork and advised of your rights. Is that true?
Yes, sir.
All right. Mr. Shepard, you represent Mr. Hill?
I do for the purpose of first appearance on this charge, Your Honor.
And Judge,
All right,
he's
what do
already
you like,
in. Oh, I'm sorry.
Your Honor, he's lived his whole life in Bay County, was working as an electrician when he was arrested, has family in Bay County, mother, father, brother, sister. He actually goes to church at his cousin's church. So we're requesting reasonable bond.
Okay.
And Judge, he's in jail on your
Go ahead,
VOP, but you did set a bond on it, but he does have that pending as well.
Okay.
Oh, he wouldn't. He didn't make a cut.
I never had a favorite bill all my life. I need to try to get my life in order, at least if I got the.
Okay.
Jail's not the
Bond
best
set at
idea to.
100,000. No alcohol. Court date's going to be August the 7th at 9 o'clock.
Right, step to your right to the T.
I've got, Judge. Thank you.
Thanks, sir.
100. Step on the T though. When the green light comes on, sir. Next.
Don't read it.
Face the TV. Yes, ma'am. State your name.
Ms. Coach, fully court charged driving under the influence. You understand that charge, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
Sir.
I understand you've been given copies of paperwork and advised of your rights. Is that true?
Repeat that, I'm sorry.
Been advised of your rights today?
Sir.
You got a copy of your paperwork?
Yes, sir.
All right. Based on your application, I find that you do qualify. I'm going to go ahead and appoint the public defender to represent you, so you have an attorney now. Deputy, come over here, Ms. Coach.
She had a marijuana charge in Texas in 13. That's it.
On 2500, court date's June 30th, 8:30. Good luck, ma'am.
Step on your red X, T, when the light comes on time. Your bond is 2,500 and your court date is in the morning.
Oh, okay, so I can
It
give
makes sense to
that.
family.
Yes, ma'am. And they should pay me to be an interpreter. Next.
No. All you do is repeat the same thing.
Apparently you didn't say it right the first time. Next.
Let me try your job for a little while.
I guess here code, whatever, red all over this jail if you came over here. I'm a people person. Step on me.
Hold on. Time out. Did you say you're a people person?
I am. I rarely have a problem.
Oh.
Knock on wood.
Hitting deep in here. What's your name for me, man?
Courtney Elizabeth Kelly Goodwin. That's it.
Ms. Goodwin, you're fully court charged of trespass. You understand the charge?
Yes, sir.
I understand you've been given copies of paperwork and advised of your rights. Is that true, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
Based on your application, you don't want a public defender. Are you going to represent yourself or hire an attorney?
I think this time I will.
You will?
No, I don't have any money, so I guess you have to get a public defender if you're broke.
Okay. If you want a public defender, we need you to fill out the appropriate paperwork so we can determine if you qualify, okay?
Whatever, sure. Okay.
Yeah. Deputy, criminal history?
Trespassing, burglary earlier this year that they reduced and did a time on it.
Bond set 2,500, no contact with alleged victim. Court date is June 30th at 8:30. If you'll step to your right to the T and sign. Thank you, ma'am.
State your name.
Ma'am, you're fully court on failure to appear for driving license suspended revoked, failure to appear for a pretrial conference on a driving license suspended revoked. You understand those charges, ma'am?
I understand, I don't understand though, is it 1 or 2? Cause
Two with 2 court dates that you've missed on both.
so 2 different charges though,
Correct.
is one. What do I do if I am only aware of committing 1?
Well, then I guess you would be wanting to look at the complaints on each of them and find out which one you forgot.
I know which one I know of. And it's
Okay,
the
well-
one from April 12th.
That's the one with Judge Grammer, the arraignment. You also missed a pretrial conference in my court, also in April. They've got 2 different cases, 2 different case numbers, happened at 2 different times. One was a 21 case, one is a 22 case. So different years.
Okay. I don't recall it, but I mean, I guess I don't really have a choice though.
Okay, well, based on your
I can't-
application, I find that you do qualify for the services of the public defender's office. I'm going to go ahead and appoint the public defender to represent you. Any question about that?
No, I do appreciate that.
Okay.
I do have a question about the bond though.
Okay.
Does it gotta be $6,500 or can it be $650? If it's refundment?
That depends upon you and the bondsman.
Okay. And then also, is there a way I could maybe do some sort of speedy trial or something? Because the reason why I ask is my mother is at home taking care of my children. I have 3 young children at home and my mom's dying of cancer right now. So I'm afraid that my family's not being tended to correctly. And I just want to do whatever it is I got to do to try to get to my kids.
It's hard to ask for a speedy trial when you failed to appear twice.
Or,
1,500 on the first one, June 30th at 8:30, 5,000 on the second one, July 3rd at 9 o'clock.
okay.
Step to your right, ma'am.
Are you blue?
Because I'm a people person too. Ms. Norton, how you doing, ma'am?
Been better.
But you've been worse, haven't you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I mean, if today's the worst day of your life, I'll trade places with you straight up. All right, Ms. Norton. Ma'am, you're before the court charged with aggravated assault on a person 65 years of age or older and stalking. You understand those charges?
Yes, sir.
I understand you've been given copies of paperwork, advised of your rights. Based on your application, I find that you do qualify for the services of the Public Defender's Office. I'm going to go ahead and appoint the Public Defender to represent you. Any question about that?
Yes, sir.
All right. Deputy, criminal history.
Grab pen. She just got put on probation with grammar on the 12th for a similar charge and a register with a felony drop down on the same victim.
On the 12th?
Yeah.
It's my, sir.
Well,
Yes,
so she
Judge,
don't
and
have
she
a-
has-
That was.
And she has motions with
All right,
Judge
case
Grammar on the 11th. I've got the one with grammar. It's 23-639 CJ, wrong, juveniles, MMMMA. What is the,
And registers is 3089. It was a felony drop, 3089 MA.
yes, that's the battery.
Three also?
Judge. Yes.
Yes.
These are both VOPs?
Yep.
Yep. And for the record, she looks like she does have the PDs. Actually, that's confusing.
She qualified today, so
Yeah.
she's got the PD now.
What is that?
Public defender.
All right, Ms. Norton. On the aggravated assault, person over the age of 65, bonds 10,000. The stalking, harassing is 5,000. No contact directly, indirectly, or through a third-party related victim. Your court date's gonna be August the 17th at 9 o'clock, and I'm signing warrants for violation of probation, case 23-639 and 23-3089. Step to your right to the T and sign for your next court date.
State your name, ma'am.
My name is Sharon Bradford.
Ms. Bradford, you're fully court charged with petty theft as a third or subsequent offense. Do you understand that charge, ma'am?
Third offense?
Third or
I only
subsequent.
know.
Maybe more than that. I don't know.
Oh, it's only two. It's my second. I have the receipt for these diapers, Your Honor. They're in my car, in my truck. And all they had to do was ask me and I would have.
Yeah, that's all anybody ever has to do. Ask. All right, Ms. Bradford. I understand you've been given copies of paperwork. You obviously understand the nature of the charge. Based on your application, I found that you do qualify for the services of the Public Defender's Office. I'm going to go ahead and appoint the Public Defender to represent you. So you have an attorney now. Any question about that?
No, Your Honor. I mean, no, no question.
Okay.
No, I mean, I'm sorry. These are for my granddaughter. I'm with you. I'm 69, but I'm with you.
Okay. Deputy, criminal history.
21 counts dealing in stolen, 2 counts petty thefts. New Jersey 19 controlled substance, West Virginia 15 receiving stolen property.
He's on pretrial release for those.
Yes, I'm on free trial. I've been on it for 2 years. Because they haven't got the video.
Let's see here. All right, Ms. Bradford. On the felony petty theft, bonds 2,500. No contact with the alleged victim. Court date's going to be August the 7th at 9 o'clock. And in case 21-46-16, I'm revoking your pretrial release. Good luck to you, ma'am.
You're revoking my pretrial release?
Yeah.
So what do I do?
Step to your right and sign. You're in for whatever your court date is.
I have to stay here in jail?
Uh-huh. State your name.
Ma'am, before the court trial, possession of meth, possession of paraphernalia. Do you understand those charges?
I do understand.
I understand you've been given copies of paperwork and advised of your rights. Is that true, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
Based on your application, I find that you do qualify. I'm going to go ahead and appoint the public defender to represent you. Any question about that?
No, sir. I don't get no bail.
Deputy, Criminal history, Ms. Maxwell?
She shows no history.
All right, pre-trial release with random UAs. Court date's gonna be August the 17th at 9 o'clock.
Can I say one thing, sir? Can I say one thing?
Yeah.
I just need to find somebody back the wrong day. I was arrested with a dog.
He letting you out today.
I didn't hear what you said. I'm so sorry. Thank you, John.
Step to your right to the T. What do you want?
Say thank you.
He held you without bond. Next, step over right here.
You
Take a
are
sign.
interpreting the day.
I don't understand. Next. Red X, ma'am. State your name.
Mr. Pansky, before the court, charged of possession of oxycodone, possession of methamphetamine, and possession of paraphernalia. You understand those charges?
Yes, sir.
I understand you've been given copies of paperwork and advised of your rights. Is that true, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
Based on your application, I find that you do qualify. I'm going to go ahead and appoint the public defender to represent you. So you have an attorney now. Any question about that?
No, sir.
Deputy, criminal history, Mr. Pansky?
15 battery, 14 trafficking, 30 kilograms or more, paraphernalia, cocaine, controlled substance ×2, new legend, DWLSR, hit and run, DWLSR, 13 domestic, her history locally goes back to 1.
All right, ma'am. Bond set at 5,000 oxycodone, 5,000 of meth, 1,000 of paraphernalia. Random UAs directed by your court. Your court date's going to be July the 24th at 9 o'clock. Step to your right to stand on the T and sign for your next court date.
State your name, sir. State your name, sir.
Chuck Messer.
Mr. Messer, before the court, charged of carrying a concealed weapon. You understand that charge?
Sir?
Do you understand what you're charged with?
No, sir.
You're charged with carrying a concealed knife.
Judge, he has competency hearings pending in other
I was walking with
cases.
somebody and I forgot I had it on me.
Oh, just kidding.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been
I
like
understand.
cutting bushes and stuff like that, and I don't want to get I've been picking the bushes up and stuff that I've been using it for.
Okay. You've indicated you're going to hire your own attorney or represent yourself. Is that how you're going to proceed?
What does that mean?
Do you want a public defender?
Yes, sir.
We need you to fill out the appropriate paperwork so we can determine if you
Oh, I
qualify.
know. Sorry. I got a
You don't?
public defender on it.
He does, on the
Okay,
other
yeah,
case.
Well, he's already got.
It's, yeah, he's got Blair.
Does he want him on this one too?
No, sir.
You don't want him?
Are you
Okay.
sure,
I'm disabled.
Judge?
I want to go home.
All right. Well, people in hell want cold
How
water.
much my bond is?
5,000 on the carrying concealed knife. Court date's going to be tomorrow, June the 30th at 8:30, and I'm revoking and release in case 22-712 and 21-49-11.
Okay, with my bond. How much my bond?
It doesn't really matter because you can't get out on your other cases.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, step to your right. What was the 22-712? Was that a bond or probation? Because I know that 49-11 was bond.
It's bond. They're all bonds.
Is it CF?
Yes.
One's a CF and one's a MM.
I got the
The
MM. Thank you.
712 is a
CF.
CF, yeah.
Thank you. State your name.
Timothy.
Glass, before the court charge of petty theft from Walmart. You understand that charge?
Oh, yes.
I understand you've been given copies of paperwork and advised of your rights. Is that true?
Yes.
Based on your application, you've indicated you're going to hire your own attorney or represent yourself. Is that how you're going to proceed?
Yes.
Okay. What brings you down here from Jeffersonville, Indiana?
Well, I was down here for vacation and stuff like that, so I went on vacation.
Okay. Deputy, criminal history on Mr. Class?
Shows no history.
And Judge, if you
Mr.
read the
Glass, how long you planning on
affidavit.
staying down here? I saw
Huh?
the affidavit. I read the affidavit.
I did it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Might support his vacation assessment.
Well, I mean, yeah, but for who? It wasn't for him. You weren't going to wear the bikini, were you?
No, it was for my little sister.
No,
That's-
stop,
that's-
stop,
that's-
allegedly.
Stop. See, you started this. Ms. Overstreet, you started this. How long you gonna be here, Mr. Glass? How long you gonna be in town?
For a little bit.
Okay. I'm gonna take a flyer. I'm gonna bet that you show up tomorrow in court. So I'm gonna release you on your own recognizance, and I will see you tomorrow morning in the Bay County courtroom, okay?
So I'm being released today.
Yep, and your court date is tomorrow morning, June 30th at 8:30. But it's
And
gonna be
Miss-
Judge Grammer, so be early.
And Mr.
Okay.
Glass,
Okay.
Be Judge Grammer.
Mr. Glass, let me inform you of what's gonna happen since you've never been arrested before. If you don't show up, a warrant will be put out for your arrest and we will bring you back to Bay County.
Yes, Your Honor.
No, not me. No.
You got promoted. Callie's been promoted.
All right, step to your right and sign where that light
My
is.
parents' dream.
Red X.
They don't
State
get
your
impressed when you become a judge. Your mother's still not impressed, I promise you. Is this Mr. Thibodeau?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Thibodeau, where are you from, Mr. Thibodeau?
Lafayette, Louisiana.
That a baby. That's what I'm talking about. Mr. Thibodeau, you for the court on violation of probation for domestic violence battery.
Correct. And I got my bond yesterday because I was arrested in court.
Okay, so you know your bond.
Yes, sir.
All right, Judge Grammer said it at 7,500. Your court date's gonna be July 26th at 8:05 a.m.
All right, step to your right to the T. When the green light comes on, you sign.
Do I need this paper? Do I need this?
On this,
What's
it
that?
says, it's what I was given yesterday.
Huh?
It says 6/28.
No, that's not the right. That was the day. That's the date that you were. I mean, that was yesterday.
Yeah. I lost track of
You're
the
okay.
date.
You're fine. You're fine. You're fine, man.
All right, sign where that light is. Next,
It's like, no, that's not.
state your name.
Mr. Williams, you're fully court charged loitering and prowling. Do you understand that charge?
Yes.
I understand, sir, that you've been given copies of paperwork and advised of your rights. Is that true?
Yes.
Based on your application, I find that you do qualify. I'm going to go ahead and appoint the public defender to represent you. So you have an attorney now. Any question about that?
No.
Deputy, criminal history?
You had a burglary earlier this year, a burglary in 21, resisting 20 with the VOP, habitual 19 with loitering and prowling 19 VOPs. His history locally is back to 2009.
Bond set at 5,000. Court date is June 30th at 8:30. Good luck, sir.
All right, step to your right. Next. Or
Yeah, Kelly, your
Yep.
your parents
Step
aren't
on
real
the red
impressed
X.
after you become a judge. They still look at you the same. Nothing changed.
state your name, sir.
Joshua Horn.
Mr. Horn, you're fully court charged contracting without a license during a state of emergency. Do you understand that charge, sir?
Yes, sir.
I understand you've been given copies of paperwork and advised of your rights. Is that true?
Yes, sir.
All right, sir. Based on your application, I find that you do qualify. I'm going to go ahead and appoint the public defender to represent you. Any question about that?
No, sir.
Deputy, criminal history?
Alabama 23, paraphernalia controlled substance ×2 in an old DW LSR locally.
Bond set 25,000. Court date is July the 24th at 9 o'clock. Good luck, sir.
Step to your right to the T. Next. Red X. State your name.
Mr. Donaldson, you're fully court charged possession of MDMA, possession of cocaine, and possession of paraphernalia. Do you understand those charges, sir?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Mr. Donaldson, I understand you've been given copies of paperwork and advised of your rights. Is that true?
Yes, sir.
Based on your application, I find that you do qualify. I'm going to go ahead and appoint the public defender to represent you. Any question about that?
Yes, sir.
Deputy, criminal history, Mr. Donaldson?
Domestic 18, VOPs through 19. 16 ag bats, resisting marijuana, cocaine, paraphernalia. 13 petty theft. Locally, it goes back to 2001.
Mr. Donaldson, bond set at 5,000 MDMA, 5,000 of cocaine, 1,000 on paraphernalia. I'm gonna release you with random UAs. It's directed by your court. Your court date's gonna be August the 17th at 9 o'clock. Any questions?
I do,
What?
because you gave 3 bonds and then you say you're gonna release them.
No, I mean, I'm releasing them with a random UAs. He's got bonds.
Thank you.
$1,100, random UAs. Step to your right, sign on the T.
August the what?
August 17th, 9 o'clock.
Thank you. Thank you. State your name, sir.
I ain't posting $11,000. Mr. Goodwin, how you doing, sir?
I've been better.
You've been worse. Today's not the worst day of your life, although it's not gonna be good. Before the court charged of burglary of a dwelling and structure times 5, grand theft over 5,000, and possession of paraphernalia. You understand those charges?
Yes, sir.
All right, sir. I understand you've been given copies of paperwork, advised of your rights. Based on your application, I find that you do qualify for the services of the public defender's office. I'm going to go ahead and appoint the public defender to represent you. Any question about that?
No, sir. Well, I mean,
All right.
no, I'm sorry.
Okay. All right. On the 5 counts of the burglary, dwelling, or structure, I'm going to put a composite bond of $50,000. The grand theft over 5,000 is $10,000. Your court date on those cases will be July the 17th at 9 o'clock. On the paraphernalia, your court date is tomorrow, June 30th at 8:30. Your bond's $1,000. And in case 21-51-15, I'm revoking your release. Good luck, sir.
All right, step to your right to the T.
May I ask you a question?
He can hear you.
You revoked the bond on the 15th?
Yeah.
So that's no bond that you get. I can't get out, correct?
Right.
All right. Then, all right, until that case is over with.
Right.
I understand, yes, sir.
Sign where the light is. Next. Get your name, sir.
Jesse Willard.
Mr. Willard, you're fully court charged of burglary with structure times 5, grand theft over 5, and paraphernalia. Do you understand those charges?
Yes, sir.
I understand you've been given copies of paperwork and advised of your rights. Is that true, sir?
Yes, sir.
Based on your application, I find you do qualify for the services of the public defender's office. I'm going to go ahead and appoint the public defender to represent you, so you have an attorney now. Any question about that?
No, sir, thank you.
All right, Deputy Criminal History.
20 burglary times unarmed, 1, 2, 3, 4. Grand theft, dealing is stolen. FTA, dealing is stolen in 19, and some Georgia driving charges.
Bond set a composite bond of $50,000 on the 5 counts of burglary with structure, $10,000 the grand theft over 5, and $1,000 on paraphernalia. His court date on the felonies will be July the 17th at 9 o'clock. On the paraphernalia charge, it's June 30th at 8:30. Good luck, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Step to your right. Next. Red X, state your name.
Jason Lyon.
Slime, you fully court charged with possession of meth, possession of paraphernalia, and trespass. You understand the charges?
Yes, sir.
All right, sir. I understand you've been given copies of paperwork and advised of your rights. Is that true, sir? Based on your application, I find that you do qualify. I'm going to go ahead and appoint the public defender to represent you. Any question about that?
Yeah, public defender.
Deputy Criminal History, Mr. Lane.
Just ask me about your criminal history. Yeah, 1 FTA and 22, trespass and petty theft in 21. 20 domestic second, trespass, stalking, trespass, and domestic, DOP on a domestic.
All right. Bond set 5,000 meth, 1,000 paraphernalia, 1,500 trespass. Court date's going to be July the 17th at 9 o'clock with random UAs. Step to your right, stand on the T, sign for your next court date.
Next.
It's like you don't even want to be here anymore.
I leave. Trust me.
They won't let you. They had to, we tried this.
I know, right?
We tried this.
I'm holding hostage. Next. Step on the red X. State your name.
J. Thomas Brown.
Mr. Brown, you fully court charged with possession of meth, possession of paraphernalia. Do you understand those charges?
Sir?
Do you understand what you're charged with?
Yes, sir.
I understand you've been given copies of paperwork and advised of your rights. Is that true, sir?
Yes, sir.
Based on your application, I find that you do qualify for the services of the public defender's office. I'm gonna go ahead and appoint the public defender to represent you, so you have an attorney now. Any question about that?
No, sir.
Deputy Commissioner Brown?
He has been since 15, and that was FTA on grand theft. 2009, he has some uttering ×4 FTA and a grand theft there.
I said 5,000 meth, 1,000 paraphernalia, random UAs is directed by the court. Court date's gonna be August the 17th at 9 o'clock. Step to your right, stand on the T, sign for your next court date.
Next. Next.
You obsolete, then, bro.
That's your name.
Hey, the next thing I'm gonna start doing, I'm gonna start pulling the Judge Banner, I'm gonna start pulling my own criminal histories.
I'd love to see that.
You're not worried about that at all. All right. Mr. Lennox, you're fully court charged with burglary. You understand the charge?
Yes.
All right, sir. I understand you've been given copies of paperwork and advised of your rights. Is that true?
Yes.
Based on your application, I find that you do qualify for the services of the Public Defender's Office. I'm going to go ahead and appoint the Public Defender to represent you. Any question about that? You got an attorney now.
All right, thank you.
Deputy, criminal history?
Resisting 22 with the BOP, domestic 21, Illinois, 20 battery, burglary tools, grand theft auto, resisting, escape, DWSR, 19 petty theft, resisting, Illinois, 17, Tennessee, 21, and somewhere else in Florida, 17.
I said 10,000, no contact with alleged victim. Court date's going to be July the 24th at 9 o'clock. Step to your right, stand on the T, sign for your next court date, sir.
Next. Red X.
It's actually fun.
All right.
Mr. Rodney?
Yes, sir.
Possession of charging a driver's license. You understand the charge?
Yes, sir.
I understand you've been given copies of paperwork and advised of your rights. Is that true, sir?
Yes, sir.
Based on your application, I find you do qualify for the services of the Public Defender's Office. I'm going to go ahead and appoint the Public Defender to represent you. Any question about that?
He gave you a public defender.
Deputy, criminal history?
Shows no history with no.
Bonds 2,500. Court date's going to be August the 7th at 9 o'clock. Good luck, sir.
When the light comes on, sign. Next. State your name.
Chairman Toronto.
What happened in Rollback? Did he bond?
Yes.
You were going to get it. Mr. Toronto, you fully court charged with violation of probation for possession of meth charge. You understand that, sir?
Yes, sir.
You can order held without bond. Your court date is August the 17th at 9 o'clock. Good luck, sir.
Step to your right.
Do I need to start doing that again?
What?
Tell him what to do.
State your name, sir.
Hi, my name is William Charles Hack.
Mr. Haddon, you fully court charged with violation of probation for what was originally 2 counts of possession of meth in front of Judge Stevenson. You understand those charges?
Yes, sir.
All right, so based on your application, if you do qualify, I'm going to go ahead and appoint the Public Defender to represent you, so you have an attorney now. Any question about that?
No, Your Honor.
All right, Judge Stevenson, in his infinite wisdom, is already held without bond. Your court date's going to be July the 26th at 9 o'clock. Step to your right, sign for your next court date.
Yes, Your Honor.
Next. Then.
Right, judges. That's what.
Red X. State your name.
Mr. Brown, you full court on a violation of probation for what was originally grand theft and domestic violence battery in front of Judge Registry. You understand that, sir? Based on your application, if I find you do qualify, I'm going to go ahead and appoint the Public Defender to represent you, so you have an attorney now. Any question about that? Judge Registry in his infinite wisdom is already held without bond. Your court date is August the 16th at 9 o'clock. Good luck, sir. Step to your right. Sign for your next court date.
Mr. Henry declined to make your acquaintance today.
We're holding him for Holmes County. He's held it out. We're going to transport back to Holmes County. Turn date's gonna be, let's pick a good one. July 15th? Is that a Friday? July 15th is a Friday? It's a good day. July 15th is return date. Saturday.
No, that's a Saturday. It's a Saturday.
It's a Saturday?
Yes.
Well, see, it's not a good day.
I was pulling up my calendar.
That's a good day. That's what she said. She looked at me and she said, that's a good day.
The 14th is a Friday. Are we moving them there or where are we putting them?
July 14th. Because the 15th is not a good day. Is this Mr. Olivas?
Yes, sir.
Sir, you're report on a fugitive from justice warrant out of Brazoria County, Texas. You understand that, sir?
Yes, sir.
The only